At crucial turning points in life, it's often not your knowledge or intelligence that truly determines your destiny, but your ability to express yourself and control your emotions. These two seemingly ordinary skills are actually the golden keys to interpersonal relationships. And the passport to self-improvement. A true communicator is more than just a silver tongue. Their words may be simple, yet they always make their listeners feel at ease. This ability stems from a keen understanding of others' feelings, the ability to protect their dignity, and the ability to always allow each other room for maneuver. I remember once riding the subway and witnessing two passengers arguing over a seat. One of the women deftly diffused the tension with a simple, "Sorry to have kept you waiting," in a blink of an eye. The two, once at loggerheads, were chatting freely about everyday matters. This experience made me realize that the warmth of words is often more important than their content. So many misunderstandings in life stem not from the facts themselves, but from the hurtful way they are expressed. How many family relationships have been clouded by the phrase, "Why have you gained weight again?" How many friendships have been shattered by inappropriate comfort? The problem isn't good intentions, but rather that we often cling to habitual patterns of expression, overlooking the hidden sharpness within our words. True communication requires a deep understanding of others' life journeys and emotional vulnerabilities. However, verbal skills alone aren't enough to maintain long-term, harmonious relationships. Managing your emotions is a higher level of cultivation. Have you ever experienced this? One moment you're happily chatting and laughing with your family, only to explode in anger over trivial matters. The next, a key sign of maturity is the ability to manage those unnecessary emotional ups and downs, avoiding disrupting the atmosphere. A friend of mine frequently lost his temper with his team due to work pressure. He later admitted that each outburst not only failed to solve the problem, but actually undermined the team's morale. It wasn't until he learned to take a deep breath, pause for reflection, and replace accusations with empathy that the team's atmosphere gradually improved. And so did work performance. This shift demonstrates that emotional stability isn't about suppressing feelings, but rather choosing wiser responses. It's worth pondering that verbal expression and emotional management aren't innate qualities, nor do they naturally acquire with age. They require constant self-reflection, deliberate practice, and repeated refinement. Some people display a gentle disposition from a young age, while others, even as they age, remain sharp-tongued or temperamental. True maturity lies not in the amount of experience gained, but in the ability to acknowledge one's shortcomings and make concrete improvements. These two qualities are crucial because they directly impact the quality and value of life. Skilled communicators often overcome conflicts, gain support from others, and build harmonious interpersonal networks. Emotionally balanced individuals are less easily distracted by external distractions and are more able to appreciate the beauty of the present moment. Such individuals are like bright lights in the darkness, illuminating themselves and warming others. In contrast, those who speak without restraint or lose control of their emotions often push those closest to them away, leaving behind only regret and remorse. When asked, "If I could only choose one quality," my answer is always the same: appropriate expression and emotional stability. Without these two abilities, even the most talented can easily become isolated, struggling to gain true understanding and support. Only by continuously cultivating these two qualities can one broaden one's life path, and ultimately cultivate beautiful friendships that foster mutual fulfillment. Rather than yearning for a smooth life, it's better to cultivate inner resilience and strength. A thoughtful word and a calm heart may not change the world, but they can warm hearts. Life is short and precious. May we all possess these two precious qualities, and live our own fulfilling lives. At every turn in life, these two abilities silently play a crucial role. In the workplace, those who know when to remain silent and how to express disagreements tactfully often win more opportunities for advancement. In families, those who can control their emotions and resolve conflicts with warm words are often the key bonds that maintain family ties. Observe those who live with clarity, and you'll find they all share one thing in common. They neither say hurtful words impulsively nor are they led astray by negative emotions. They understand that words are a double-edged sword, capable of both soothing and profoundly wounding. Emotions are a mirror, reflecting both the inner self and others. Cultivating these two abilities is essentially a dialogue with oneself. Whenever you're about to blurt out hurtful words, learn to pause for 3 seconds. Whenever negative emotions surge, give yourself space to breathe deeply. These seemingly small changes, accumulated over time, will become habits and ultimately internalized self-cultivation. In life, we encounter all kinds of people and situations, but the most challenging aspect is always our own inner self. When we learn to express ourselves appropriately and face them with a peaceful mindset, we can find our own calmness and grace in this complex world.